in today's video, I'm going to give some of my thoughts about the gaming industry and where I think it's going to go in the near future. So, yeah, basically my take here is that the free-to-play market in video games is going to be the future of gaming altogether, and that paid-for games will sort of go out of fashion, and all popular titles will be free-to-play with microtransactions, pay-to-win stuff, and quite possibly for single-player and RPG-driven games, like no real defined end. So I'm gonna explain why I think this. So I, for one, play a lot of free-to-play games, some of my favorites being Genshin Impact. I do play Fortnite as well, and a couple other games, and they're all across the different genres of video games, from RPGs, turn-based, PvP. I mean, if it's there, you can name it. And quite frankly, a lot of these games I do enjoy a lot. I mean, I definitely enjoy Genshin Impact, probably way more than I should. And there's other games like, I'm gonna say this hot take, but Raid Shadow Legends, which, I mean, I only play for maybe about 20 minutes a day, but still is something to do, and isn't the worst thing to play. So I've noticed that a lot of games, including AAA titles and paid titles, seem to have been gearing towards microtransactions. This could be either pay to win or cosmetic, it doesn't really matter. But I've noticed that even with games such as Call of Duty, there's insane microtransactions and battle passes and so many other things that they urge you to spend money on. And to be honest, I think that for a paid game, I feel like that kind of stuff should be limited because it's really intrusive and invades on the consumer. But, I mean, what can I say? Nobody's gonna care what I say. But I also noticed that this sort of trend started from free-to-play games. More specifically, the extreme success of Fortnite and their cosmetic and battle pass system. Ever since then, many other games and studios have almost identically mimicked what Fortnite did, which, you know, Fortnite didn't invent that system, but it definitely popularized it to some degree. And I am perfectly fine when I download a free-to-play game and see these type of things. But when I pay for a game, I'm not happy when I see these type of things. So I can't speak for everyone, but I do think other people feel the same way. And even though it, you know, adds more income to the developers and whatnot, I think that it will shift the focus more towards free-to-play games than it will for paid titles. And I could be wrong here, I'm just speculating, but I do think that microtransactions and whatnot are more acceptable for free-to-play titles. Another reason I would say that free-to-play is going to overtake the gaming industry is because anyone can play them. I mean, there's already a lot of free-to-play games out there right now, even to degrees such as Roblox. I mean, technically that does count as a free-to-play game. And there's no entry bar, so anyone can hop in, download the game, and have a good time, which means a lot more people can enjoy it, and it could also mean, if it's successful, a lot more money to the developers than if there was a paid price point, as there'd be way more people willing to spend money on microtransactions and whatnot. A good example of this would be Genshin Impact, which is a completely free open world RPG. I'm not going to go too deep into it. You can watch my video. I'm going to have a card up there if you want to see more about it. But it's very engaging and a really good game, and it's free, with the way they made money involving a gacha wish system for you to get characters, weapons, and whatnot. And that was enough for them to quadruple their money, which, you know, it's only quadrupling their money, except when you realize their budget was $100 million. So I feel like for successful games, that it will definitely benefit the developer and the consumer more. Another thing I would say would contribute to free-to-play games overtaking the gaming industry is the fact that most free-to-play games don't require high specs, which is very important, because if someone doesn't have money to spend on new games, they probably don't have much money to get a good setup. So a lot of these games find ways to render things efficiently, lower their graphics quality, and other similar things that make it so that way, even if you're on grandma's old laptop, you will probably be able to run the games at an acceptable level. So that is basically what I think is ahead for the gaming industry. I think the final point I would say is the fact that if you look at mobile games, they used to be paid and didn't have ads and whatnot. But now, most mobile games are free to play. I mean, they do have ads which are more intrusive on gameplay, which hopefully will never happen for PC gaming, because that would be very, very unfortunate. But I do see similar monetization tactics used in almost every mobile game, including like limited action systems and whatnot, which, you know, limits gameplay, and it's not the best, but you can definitely see the evolution of the gaming market in regards to mobile games and how their price points have changed. But that's pretty much all I have to say. Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments below. If you think I'm wrong, I'd like to hear why. But with that all said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Be sure to subscribe, and good